people are working from home these days. So do you have a home office? Is it working hard for you, or does it need a bit of a performance review? Here to help us create a space that's both functional and fabulous, designer Shai DeLuca-Tamasi is here. Come here, darling. It is so good to see you.
As you.
Now, we're going to talk all about getting that office space to work for you, but before we get there, we're also going to be introduced to a wicker wonderland today with Colin and Justin, who are in the house. Hi, guys. We will be with you shortly. First, the home office. Yeah. So many of us are working from home, but the office is not necessarily the best it could be.
Yeah, so you know, Forbes did a really interesting poll, and 1 in 5 North Americans now works at least 50% of their time from home.
Wow.
But the problem is that our home offices are really not usually that conducive to really good work ethic, let's say.
Yes, okay,
all right?
okay.
So let's start off, first of all, with the wall color. So you think about your office in an actual office. One of the things that a lot of employees complain about is it's so mundane and boring, and it's not really like good for creativity, let's say, for example. So we picked Benjamin Moore's slate teal to put on the wall. I love this. It's so bright, so vibrant, really makes me feel happy, even though I'm going to have to work now.
And that's what you need. You need a space that's going to make you feel a little bit more productive. You don't want the drab walls everywhere.
Exactly.
You want something that's you're going to be excited to go into that room.
Thank you. I mean, it's work. We want to have at least a little fun somewhere visually, right?
Right.
Second thing, so most of us, what we do is we take a chair that we have in home, could be a dining chair, could be another occasional chair, that they're beautiful and, you know, really nicely designed, but they're not good for sitting hours. So Trace, I'm going to give you this and let you slide that over there. And I'm going to actually bring in one of my favorite office chairs, which is the Herman Miller Aeron chair.
Yes, good for the back.
Super good for the back. It's ergonomic, it's really good for the back. And what I like about the office chairs now is that they are all really kind of not only functional, but form-fitting, meaning that they're beautifully designed.
Yes.
Okay, so we went to EQ3, by the way, for all these products, so thank you to EQ3. Now, let's talk about the desk. Desk is a big one, and when you're working in an office space, especially from home, cord management is huge.
Yes.
Okay, so what I love about this desk is that the back here, Trace, has this little part that pops up. You can use it also for storage, but I'll move this over so that the camera can kind of see. There's a little slit right here, which all your cords can get into, and it's good for cord management.
Oh, excellent.
Right? So that's really great, really important. Task lighting.
Yes.
Yes, super important. You know, it's not enough to have overhead lighting. If you're working late at home, it's really important to have a proper task lamp, something that's movable like this, really important to have, and this is really inexpensive to do. And
I mean, you can get such a good variety of task lighting. You can get something that looks super beautiful, a beautiful metallic.
Absolutely.
You can have some fun with it, but you need that for like for a functional piece.
You do, and you don't have to spend tons of money on it, which is really great. I mean, I remember having a lamp like this growing up, and this retro kind of look has really come back now. So I love it. Let's talk a little bit about storage.
Okay.
So we have these storage units over here, and what I like about this is that this is modular. So you can build this to whatever kind of configuration that you want it, which is great, because if you move or if you change the position of your home office, this is something that you can bring with you and move around.
Yes.
And it really, you know, it really speaks to what you need at that specific point in kind of your home office life, let's say.
And you better be neat and tidy, because that's all exposed, everybody.
Or you just throw in a basket. So baskets are really easy. Throw all your junk that you don't want anybody to see in the basket, and then you're good. And then we've done here art ledges. Now, I love a good art ledge in an office because it's not a full shelf, so you don't have the depth of a regular shelf, but you're able to still put what you need on it, your office supplies. You're able to lean art on it, which is a really nice look nowadays. It's a really nice modern contemporary look, and it's just multifunctional. So these are super inexpensive again. Throw up an art ledge, you're done.
I like that you've incorporated some art too.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to just be utilitarian. Like you want to have beautiful things in your space, and I would have gummy bears also in those jars.
I cannot tell you what those are. Those are little diamonds. I did the little diamonds.
Little diamonds.
Diamonds, gummy bears, all the
I like
you know,
it.
all good. Now, let's talk about, it's not only about having something in your actual office space, but because so many people are starting to work now from home, we need to have almost, I'm not going to call it a reception area, but a receiving area.
I like the reception area.
Reception area. You need a receptionist for the reception area. Yeah. So what we've done here is we've used this great screen, again, by Herman Miller. And what I love about this, Trace, is this comes open, and then you can close it back up again for as big or as small as you want it. But it gives you a little bit of privacy, which is really important when you do have somebody coming over, let's say, for example, an interview, or maybe it's a supplier coming over, and you're going to want to have them sit over at that end and not really interfere with what you're doing right now, and then you can close it and kind of have your conversation.
I'm even even thinking if it's a family, you know, your kid can come and hang out here and you can still get everything done because you've got a bit of a visual separation.
Or you can put the kid in there and wrap that around
That's
him.
right.
That is good
all
too.
Around.
Right? Don't have to see the
inside.
You know where he is. You know where he is. Okay, so for the receiving area, we've done a little bit of almost like a little lounge area here.
Nice.
The great Eames lounger, of course. This is something really comfortable. But what I love is this piece from Resource Furniture, Trace.
That is cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So that is a walnut piece. I'm just going to quickly come over here, fold this back up. So these are all little slats that open and close. Yeah.
I like that.
And I love that.
That is so good.
So when it's closed, it's almost like a piece of walnut sculpture. When it's open, you have the function in it, which is nice.
I would put that in my front foyer.
Absolutely. That is a great piece for a front foyer. Absolutely. And finally, the most important thing, of course, throw down your Wi-Fi password. So when you do have people waiting, you want to have access to Wi-Fi. If they need to get papers ready, you might want to have a charging station as well. Something that makes it a little bit easier for them to get ready for you.
That is very professional.
Right?
I love that. And then you don't have to do that thing where you're asking a million people, what's the password? What's the Wi-Fi password? Like it's right there. Gorgeous home office ideas. I love it.